Well folks, today we got some good news about Modern Warfare 2 teaser, good news about PlayStation and Xbox, and it's a rare day because you know that normally everybody's trying to grind those internet points, everybody's trying to ratio each other, but not today. And with that, I just want to get right into it. Shout out to every single one of you for almost 900 likes on the last video. I never do numbers like that, and shout out to the homies and the stud muffins for dropping those super thanks. I love y'all, okay? But coming in at our number 9 spot, apparently we're hearing that in an internal all hands on call this week, head of Xbox Phill Spencer said that he would support any unions formed within Activision Blizzard once the acquisition closes. And I do know that some of you will be like, Skizzle, I'm just a stud muffin, can you explain it in stud muffin terms? And for this one, I gotta say, listen man, I also need a stud muffin to explain me that, okay? Because I don't understand. But listen, the situation I understand here is that once the deal closes, Phill Spencer is not gonna be disbanding their union, and I am not too familiar with the unions. Like, hey, listen, I'm not an astronaut, I'm not a scientist out there, but apparently a man from the street says like, can someone explain this in Warzone terms? And the homie says that he gonna carry his new squad to victory, unlike Activision CEO never would. Damn. But apparently there's a large plot twist in the situation, because motherfuckers are also saying Microsoft has union busted before, so I'll believe it when I see it. Then Charlie just says that he will be legally obligated to acknowledge this union from Raven, but his messaging so far is dramatically better than Activision executives on the topic. So even Charlie Intel started raising their fingers, they started snitching out there. I mean, don't let Activision see this tweet, Charlie, because they're not gonna be flying you out anytime soon, okay? But listen man, I gotta clap up for Phill Spencer out there, I gotta clap up for those unions, for those Raven playtesters out there, because yes, they were promised that they will be getting a higher pay, but then Activision kind of kicked them right in their nutsack, told them to go pound sand, and kicked them out of their jobs, and you know what I mean, right? But also, I mean, damn, we ended up getting new Star Wars, the Jedi Survivor official teaser trailer by EA, Electronic Arts, games not included. This this one is being made by Respawn, and listen fellas, I'm not into Star Wars, but as an outsider looking into it, it looked kind of good, okay? I gotta keep a $150, but at the end of the day, my opinion don't matter, and I don't want to give my opinion on it, even though I just dropped like 2 milligrams of my opinion, which is positive, okay? So do not cancel me, but I cannot give my opinion on it, and my opinion wouldn't matter on this because listen, I'm not into Star Wars, but the opinion that matters in the situation is from the fans that are into Star Wars, and mostly everybody's shaking around the streets, people doing helicopters with their release. Homies are getting 20 pounds of dope meat out there, and no one is actually looking like this, which is actually really good to see. And you know, it's a poggers type of day. But I kind of lied to you, I told you that we got nothing but good news, but this one, listen man, viewers discretion is seriously advised. I feel like it's good news, but the homies are like, well, what's the point of having a PlayStation Day?
Awesome, no need to get a PS5 then anyway, since people cannot get one.
Listen man, by the looks of it, some homies cannot cope with the situation, and all I gotta say here is that the situation is not that bad. You can take those Copium extra strength tablets out there and it's gonna work just fine, but apparently the situation here is that half of PlayStation releases will be on PC and mobile by 2025, and that one is coming according to Sony. Homies out there trying to convince everybody that PC is better than console, and then getting asked the question, is your PC better than a console? Let me tell you man, that's a two-way street that you should definitely not cross blindly, okay? I'm just saying fellas. PC Master Race is getting both Gas Station and Trashbox game, Pog you. Now wow, okay, I do know that some people are having complications right now. Some people are like, listen, I'm a stud muffin, I really need somebody to explain me in stud muffin terms, what does this mean? And listen, it's not that bad. Apparently what this means here is that some stud muffins that are on PC are finally gonna be able to play PlayStation games on PC in 4K. Now personally, I got blessed with having RTX 40 billion out there, but I still chose to play on my Sony Pony console because I'm a console guy. I love consoles, I love me them Sony Pony consoles. It's just easier to pick up the controller and just have fun with the analog sticks. It's just my kind of console, right? But also this doesn't mean that every single PlayStation exclusive is gonna be coming out on PC. I suspect that games like God of War War is gonna be PlayStation exclusive for at least a year, maybe even 2 years, and then they're just gonna drop it on PC for more people to actually play. And let's just say, if you're a PlayStation fanboy, my guy, like, if more people can play those PlayStation games, those Sony pony games, that means that the PlayStation brand is gonna grow. Like, you know what I mean? I thought that the PlayStation fanboys wanted to see PlayStation grow. So if anything, the fanboys shouldn't be mad about this whatsoever. Or maybe, you know what, I should be cancelled because we're in the year 2022, like, damn. But also, I mean, damn, the Modern Warfare 2, the skill-based matchmaking 2 art in Times Square is not properly aligned. We ended up getting the wallpaper out there, the logo, and I gotta be honest, man, the skill-based matchmaking 2 logo looking pretty good. Honestly, it's looking pretty good. But also, apparently, the PlayStation 1 games on PS5 do not run at 4K. Reveals comparison video.
PlayStation 2 Classics run at 720p.
Shout out to the homie Ellie for adding me in this situation. Cool, we do not care. Xbox Universe, keep trying to spread that hate. Listen, man, honestly, this is not my opinion. Apparently, this is what this article is saying, to which the homie says that this is not coming from PlayStation Universe, this is coming from Xbox Universe, because apparently, yep, their name is PlayStation Universe. PlayStation 2 Classics run at 720p on PS5, and to that, all I gotta say is that, I mean, damn, bro, like, we're in the year 2022. Can a brother perhaps get to play these old PlayStation 2, these Sony Pony 2 games on PS5 in like 4K 60 FPS? I thought that paying the money would solve this issue, but I mean, damn, it actually still looks pretty good. So you can see this is like Sony Pony 5 and this is like Sony Pony 1 or Sony Pony 2, and I gotta be honest, PS2 versus PS5, I mean, yeah, it looks sharper, the draw distance is better, like, wow, you can finally see the mountains out there. But yeah, man, if it's not in 4K, then it's not in 4K, okay? But also, Hangar 13, damn! Hangar 13 faces layoffs as development shifts to more Mafia, and I'm assuming they're talking about the upcoming Mafia that they confirmed, Mafia 4. As reported by Kotaku, the studio, which is spread across 3 locations, is set to lose another 50 members of staff. This follows the recent resignation of studio head Halen, as well as other job losses at the end of last year. It was around that time that publisher 2K canceled the team's major new game, reportedly a co-op shooter codenamed Vault. And they issued their statement. They say that we are fully committed to the future of Hangar 13 as the studio navigates a challenging but ultimately promising transitioning period. And I'm a little bit sus about this situation, because normally you do not go around start kicking people in their ball sacks out there, tell them to go pound sand, and kick them right out of the company and tell them, yeah, man, we're fully committed. Look at us. Wow. We got a massive game coming out, but we're kicking talent out left and right. You know what I mean, right? But apparently they want to find new opportunities outside of 2K. But earlier today, this massive news came out, and this is for the homies, the Sony ponies out there. Shout out to the homies for adding me in the situation, because apparently PlayStation just confirmed that State of Play, oh yes, returns next week. Tune in live at 3 p.m. Pacific on June the 2nd, which I'm surely gonna be live streaming, so like and subscribe. I got you, could you? But apparently State of Play is gonna be 30 minutes long. So yeah, man, I'm seeing a lot of people are on the streets. Some people are assuming that we're gonna be getting God of War Ragnarok gameplay, which is still possible, okay? That's still quite possible. But at the end of the day, they are saying that it's just gonna be nearly 30 minutes of announcements and updates from the world of PlayStation. They say that they got some exciting reveals from their third-party partners, plus a sneak peek at several games in development for PlayStation VR 2. And previously, I do remember that every time they would come out with a State of Play announcement, they would say that they got indie games, okay? So hold your horses, do not fire dopamine prematurely, but this time, they do not say indie games. So you know what I mean, right? So while being in a stud muffin corporation, I'm assuming out here that we might finally not get to see indie games.
Oh my god, he said it! I mean, oh my god.
But we might still end up seeing indie games out there, okay? Because listen, man, we're talking State of Play out there, but some people are legitimately shaking. Some people are assuming we're gonna get God of War. Other people are like, it's just gonna be indie titles. But Sony this time doesn't say it's gonna be indie titles. But the situation that's a little bit sus here is the third-party partners. Who are we talking about? Are we talking Rockstar Games? Should we actually exceed our expectations to the point where GTA 6 trailer is gonna happen? Spoiler alert, it's not gonna happen. I mean, could you imagine it actually happens now that I said, like, spoiler alert, it's not gonna happen? Okay, let's be real, it's not gonna happen. Does that mean Activision? Quite possibly, because apparently this is also happening on June the 2nd, and we previously did hear that Modern Warfare 2 reveal trailer might drop on June the 2nd, and later on, Tom actually confirmed that it's gonna be a little bit later, it's gonna be on June the 8th, and he did say that the final teaser can come, okay, potentially not confirmed, it's still a rumor, but the final teaser can come on June the 2nd, and we do know that PlayStation still have the exclusivity rights for Modern Warfare 2, that's why the beta is gonna be early on PlayStation, that's why we might actually get one exclusive mode that might be Sony Pony, that might be PlayStation 5 exclusive for a solid year. I mean, that remains to be seen, it's not confirmed just yet, but the beta exclusivity part is confirmed, so maybe we can see the teaser at this event. It's quite possible, but are we gonna see God of War? I don't know about that. But coming in at our number 1 spot, you might want to run for this situation, and you might want to be fast, because apparently Epic Games Store came on. They say it's time to return to the cities of Rapture and Columbia, and apparently, I mean, cut to the chase, right? They apparently say that Bioshock is free. You can actually claim it, and listen, man, if it's free, it's for me, okay? As the homie Hollow Point once said, Epic Games Store for free. So you might want to run. But we got Unreal Engine 5, The Last of Us Remake, the Vice City Remake. Which one you clicking? Let me know.